Hello friends, I hope you are all doing great. Welcome back to our LVGL series on ESP32. In the last video, we controlled an LED using a slider. Today we are going to one step further. We will display temperature and humidity data on progress bar on LCD. In this video, you will learn how to create a progress bar in LVGL, how to interface the DHT11 sensor with ESP32, and how to display live sensor data on the progress bar. Let us get started. This is the schematic diagram. The connections between LCD and ESP32 boards are the same as in our previous videos. Please refer to those if needed. Now let us connect the DHT11 sensor to the ESP32. The data pin of the sensor goes to D3 of the ESP32 and VCC pin goes to VIN, which provides 5 volt. The ground pin goes to ground of the ESP32. Before powering on the board, please double check and verify all connections carefully. Now let us walk through the code step by step. This is lvconf.h file and this is GUI-config.h file. Here all required headers file are included and touch pin definition and some object initializations are there. This is flush function definition to flush the LVGL internal graphics array to TFT display. Next is my touch read function definition. It reads raw resistive coordinates from the touch controller hardware and translates them for LVGL. Now let us go to the main code. This is processbar.ino. At the very top, we include two headers file, GUI-config.h, which contains our display and touch configuration, and DHT.h, which is the library for the DHT11 sensor. Then we define two important values. DHT pin is set to GPIO13, which is the pin connected to the DHT11 data line, and DHT type is set to DHT11, which tells the library which sensor variant we are using. Finally, we create DHT object called DHT by passing the pin number and sensor type. This object is what we will use to read temperature and humidity values throughout the program. Next, we set up the LVGL drawing buffer. We define draw buff size as 1/10 of the total screen area. This is a common practice. It gives LVGL enough memory to render smoothly without consuming too much RAM. Then we declare 4 global pointers, temp bar and temp level for temperature UI, and humid bar and humid level for the humidity UI. These are declared globally. Now let us look at the create bar UI function. This function creates the styles the entire UI layout. It runs once during setup. For the temperature progress bar, we create a bar object on the active screen, set its size to 200 by 20 pixels and align it slightly above the center of the screen. Then we style it. The main track background is set to black and with a 1 pixel indigo border, giving it a clean industrial look. The indicator, which is filled portion of the bar, is set to red, representing temperature visually. We set the range of temperature bar from 0 to 50, matching the DHT sensor operating range. Then we create a temperature label, set its text color to white, give it a default text of temp degree Celsius and position it just above the bar using LV align out top mid. The exact same steps are then prepared for humidity progress bar. Place slightly below the center of the screen. The only difference are the indicator color is set to green, representing moisture, and the range is set from 0 to 100 since humidity is measured as a percentage. The only difference is that the indicator color is set to green, representing moisture, and the range is set from 0 to 100 since humidity is measured as a percentage. Next, the update sensor UI function. This function is responsible for updating the progress bar and label with fresh sensor data every time it is called. First, it handles the temperature value. It converts the floor temperature reading into an integer. Then it applies boundary check. If the value goes below 0, it is clamped to 0. If it goes above 50, it is clamped to 50 because 50 degrees Celsius is maximum limit of the DHT11 sensor. Then it calls LV bar set value to smoothly animate the temperature bar to new value. using LV anim on for a smooth sliding effect, and it updates the sensor level to show the current value on the screen. The same logic is then applied for humidity with boundary check between 0 to 100, and the humidity bar and label are updated accordingly. Now let us look at the setup function. This runs once when ESP32 powered on. First we initialize serial communication at 115200 baud rate and print the hardware pin configuration to the serial monitor. This is very useful for debugging. You can instantly verify that all your display and touch pins are correctly defined. Then we call DHT.begin function to start the DHT sensor. Next we initialize the TFT display calling TFT.begin function, setting the rotation and filling the screen with black to clear it. Then we initialize the touch screen starting the SPI bus with the correct clock, MISO, MOSI and chip select pins and setting the touch rotation to match the display. After that we initialize the LVGL graphics engine by calling lv_init function. Then we create an LVGL display object, assign our drawing buffer to it and register myDisFlush as the flush callback. This is the function that actually spends the rendered pixel to the TFT display. We also create an LVGL input device for touch, set it type to pointer and register myTouchPadRead function as the read callback. Then we style the screen background, setting it to dark purple color with full opacity, giving the UI a clean dark theme. Finally, we call create_bar_UI function to build and display the progress bar layout on screen. Now let us look at the loop function. This runs continuously. The first thing we do is update the LVGL tick counter. We use a static variable last tick to track elapsed time and call LVTickInc to keep LVGL internals clock synchronized. This is essential for animation and timer to work correctly. Next we read the sensor data but in a non-blocking way. We use another static variable last sensor read to check if 2 seconds have passed since the last reading. If yes, we read the humidity and temperature from the DHT11 sensor. Before updating UI, we validate the reading using isNaN function. If the sensor returns invalid data, for example due to loose connection, isNaN will return true and we skip the UI update, printing an error message to the serial monitor instead. If the readings are valid, we print them to the serial monitor and call update sensor UI function to refresh the progress bar and label with the latest value. Then we call LV timer handler function. This is the LVGL heartbeat function. It processes all pending UI event, animation and redraws. You must call this regularly in your loop for LVGL to function properly. Finally, we add a small delay. It gives the processor a brief moment to handle background tasks and clear the communication buses cleanly. And that is the complete code walkthrough. Now it is time to upload the code. Go to Tool, select the board as ESP32 and choose Do It ESP32 Dev Kit V1. Now select the correct COM port corresponding to your ESP32 board. Now click Upload. Wow, the code has been uploaded successfully. As you can see, temperature and humidity values are now displaying on the progress bar in real time, looking very neat and clean on the screen. That's it for today friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel and share it with others. Thanks for watching and I will see you in next one.